Hey everyone, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, doing a playthrough of the solo mode in Isle of Cats. No disclaimer needed for this one, this is a copy I purchased myself, but it was voted on by our Patreon supporters as the bonus game they wanted to see for this month. And this is a polyomino game, a shape placing game, one that I've been enjoying a lot with my family playing the competitive modes, both the family and regular mode, but I hadn't played solo much until recently, so I'm happy to show this off. I'm going to quickly walk through the basics of setting up the game and how to play, but you can use the timestamps to skip past any of that. And if you like what we do here at the One Stop Co-op Shop, lots of ways to support us and get involved. Just check the video info, you can join our Discord, support us on Patreon. So to kind of give an overview of the game, here we have the most important component, which is your ship board. And you're going to be putting down these cat tiles as well as treasure tokens, trying to cover up spaces. And you can see a few details for scoring in the corner here, but a key thing to remember is that at first you're making up loss points, because every one of these little rats that's visible on your board is worth -1 point, and every one of these rooms, you'll see they kind of have these icons to distinguish them, each of those that is not completely filled is -5 points. So really you're in a huge deficit when the game first begins. Now up here we've got the island board. Main thing it's going to do is track the number of rounds. You only play 5 rounds in this game. And we're going to be putting cat tiles to the left and right, and we're basically going to be competing with the AI to grab those and fill our ship. We've also got our Oshax cats, basically wilds, in a row up here. We need to have them from left to right because the AI will interact with where they're located in that line. We've got some common treasures we might gain later. And finally here we have the bane of our existence, the very tough solo AI. And there's a bunch of stuff going on here. First of all, you have the 5 colors corresponding to the 5 types of cats you'll place on your boat. And you flip one up at the beginning of the game and one more each round. And this is telling you how many points your sister, which is your opponent in the game, is going to score for each color. So green is the worst cat for me to include on my ship, and I'll slowly find out which cats are not as bad as the game goes along. Additionally, my sister has some lesson cards. These are kind of like endgame scoring. You always have 3 basic solo lessons, and then you can up the difficulty with 1 or more advanced solo lessons. So I'm kind of above easy mode here with just 1. And these solo lessons are in many ways going to shape my strategy because they're points that my sister is scoring, so basically negative points for me. So every rat that I leave uncovered is now going to be basically -6 points instead of -1. I need to have a bunch of treasures. I want to have my cats touching treasures. And I don't want to have my cats be alone, which means they're not next to any cats of the same color. Finally, we have this solo basket deck. We'll get into that when we get to our first rescue cats phase in round 1. And the last major elements of the game before we jump into play, I always start with a permanent basket. I can use this to capture 1 cat per round. And then I've got this huge deck of discovery cards. I'm going to explore and get 7 cards from them each round, which will give me other ways to catch more cats, ways to score more victory points, whole bunch of stuff coming from here. And by the way, I do have to pick a color for rescuing order. I'll pick a red for myself, my favorite color, and blue for my sister, the opponent. So now I'll walk through the basics of play as I go through my first round. First, I'm going to add cats to the island. 4 on the left and 4 on the right. And I've got this giant bag I'm drawing from. There are also treasures in here, so if any of those come out, they're going to go under the island in the order from left to right that I drew them, with any matching treasures being stacked on top of one another. And here we go, all finished up. I didn't draw any rare treasures this time. And kind of like the Oshax at the top, it's important to know what order these cats were drawn in. They're basically numbered 1 through 8, because all of the AI's rescue cards are going to refer to their placement within this order. Next in the game, I go fishing, getting 20 fish total, in addition to any fish I saved from a previous round. And I'm going to spend these fish both to keep discovery cards I gain in a moment, and also to pay for the cats I want to capture. And speaking of discovery cards, I'm going to go into the explore phase. I'm going to get 7 cards total, but how it works is I draw 5, and then I pick 3 of them I want to keep. Some of them, like this one, are going to be rescue cards. They'll show either a complete basket that can capture a cat all by itself, or a damage basket like this one, which means I need 2 of these to catch a cat. They'll also sometimes have a number of boots, which will help me go before the AI in terms of grabbing my cats. And in this case, all the rest of these are lessons, which again are going to be endgame scoring. Some of them are just going to say lesson in the bottom left-hand corner, which means I get all the points for them. While others will say public lesson. In a multiplayer game, everyone would get to score these separately, but in the solo game, they score half as many points as normal because there's no one to compete with you for them. So let's see, keeping 3 of these, I definitely want a way to catch more cats. And then let's see, 15 points if I have 3 or more cats of each color. I already know that green, the first one that the AI flipped up, is going to be terribly damaging to me, so I don't want that, because I don't want 3 cats that are green on my ship. And to explain that further, for every cat of the first color revealed I have in my boat, I get -5 points, -4 for each cat of this color, -3, -2, -1. So if I got 3 green cats, it would be -15 points, completely wiping out the bonus of the card. This one wants exactly 5 red. I don't know how dangerous that is yet. Pick a color and gain points for cats of that color touching the edge of your boat. I don't know which colors are good yet. And this one rewards me for not covering up treasure map points. And to explain that, you'll see there's 5 little treasure maps on the board, and if you put a cat of the indicated color on them, you get to place a treasure for free. And in one way that's bad, because we saw that 2 of the solo lessons the AI is scoring for want me to have a bunch of treasures to avoid their points. But on the other hand, I lose 5 points for every room I don't completely fill. So the fact that this gives me 5 points for not covering these treasure maps would kind of take away that entire penalty. So I'm going to consider that one at least. But yeah, I'm going to throw away the red one. I don't know if red will be good, so these might not be great. I'm not paying for them yet, though. I'm just getting my options. Okay, now I've got some more rescue cards. Here you see a complete basket, but it's more expensive. We'll get to the cost in a second. Oh, this one is free. That's a 0 cost. Definitely going to keep that. This is an Oshax card. It's super expensive, but it gets me one of those wild cats to take up a ton of space. I think I want that. 1 point per lesson card in front of me. I tend to get a lot of those. This seems too expensive. Yeah, I already have 2 lessons that I might play, so sure, I'll keep that and get rid of both of these. And then to complete my set of 7, I just draw the top card of the deck. Oh, and this is a good one for the treasure goals I have. I can either take a rare treasure of my choice or any 2 common treasures and just place them, so awesome. So now that I have these 7 cards, I have to decide which ones I want to pay for. The rest will get discarded anyway. Remember, I have 20 fish, but I'm also going to have to pay for the cats I want to capture. So let's see, I definitely want that for 2. That one's free, so might as well take it. That gets up to 3, so I can capture another cat. I kind of like the Oshax, that would be 8. And I like this one that has me not covering up treasure maps, that would be 9. Now between my permanent basket and my 2 partial baskets, I can only capture 2 cats this round. And that'll cost between 6 and 10 fish, so I've spent 9. I could get these other 2 as well, go up to 13, and still theoretically have enough fish to catch 2 cats. So sure, let's just buy everything. So that's 13 fish, I'm left with 7. And the next phase is the reading lessons phase. I have to put out all my blue cards. I don't have the choice to wait to play them, but they never hurt me if I don't finish them, so it's not a big deal. Whereas my Oshax and treasure card I can play later on in the round during the rare finds phase, but I don't have to. I can hold on to them until the time seems right. And these rescue cards I'll get to in just a moment with the rescue cats phase, and that's where I decide what I'm going to put out. And any cards I say I'm going to use, if I end up not using them, like I can't pay for the cats or don't want to get any more cats, I lose them anyway. But in this case, I am going to say I'm using both of these. They will combine to let me capture 1 cat, and this always lets me capture a second cat. So I can potentially capture 2 cats this round, and I have a speed of 1 from my 1 boot. Let's look at the AI's rescue card to explain what all that means. So as I mentioned, the AI has this solo basket deck, and they're going to turn over 1 card after I've picked how many I want to try to rescue. And oof, this is a rough one. The basket number shows how many cats they're going to pick up, basically how many cards they'll flip, and this is their speed. So they're going to go before me with 4 speed to my 1, and they're going to resolve 4 cards. The first of those 4 is the card just flipped, and then I lay out in a line enough cards to finish it. So that's 4 cards total. And as a note of what the player order will be, I can put her at the top of the mountain and me below to show that she's going to go first this round. And resolving these cat cards is really simple. You just look at what they say to take. Here, cat number 1 and Oshax number 5. So I go down the line, Oshax number 5, 3, 4, 5. So this guy's removed from the game. And the numbers immediately adjust. So now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not like the 5 space still exists. And similarly, number 1, they're going to take this red cat, and now this is number 1 going on up to number 7. If they ever need to take a number that doesn't exist because it's higher, so like if they now wanted Oshax number 6, they instead will default to the next higher one. So they would grab number 5 instead of number 6. Alright, now it's my turn. The cats to the left of the island cost 3 fish each, hence this little icon. The cats to the right cost 5. And one of the main ways to score a bunch of points is to build families of cats, where you have a lot of cats of the same color, like all purple or all green, that are adjacent to one another, forming a continuous line. Although don't forget, we don't know which color cats are going to hurt us yet, except for green, so if I went like all in this round for a ton of purple cats, for example, and that was the next card shown, oh, that would suck. But I am going to pay 3 and use my permanent basket for the round to grab this purple cat. And that's because they're the perfect shape to cover up this little room. It's at the back of the ship, and it's only 4 spaces. But remember, it's minus 5 points for every room I don't cover, and that one doesn't have a treasure map anyway. And I also dodge this map, which is going to, again, offset the penalty for not covering up this little, like, wheat room here. But I do want to cover up the rats, definitely, because of the huge negative from the AI getting a lot of points for them. Let's see what my sister is after next. Cat number 6 and rare treasure number 3. Well, there are clearly no treasures yet, so they'll just take cat number 6, which is that the last one? Yes, that's the last one in the line. And on my turn, I'm going to use my 2 partial baskets, the last ones I have left. I can't afford a cat to the right, so I'm not going to go for the green cat, since that's minus 5 points. I'll go for this orange cat. And a very important rule is, once you place your first cat or treasure, everything else has to build orthogonally off of it. So I couldn't go diagonally, but I could, for example, go here. That seems pretty good, covering up those 2 rats there. Yeah, I think I like that. And that leaves space for me to put another purple cat in here, another orange cat in here. Because just a reminder, the AI scoring for every cat I leave by themselves, nobody else of their color next to them, and also for rats, so I gotta take care of those things. And that cost me 3 fish, leaving just 1 remaining for next round. Now I'm done, I have no baskets left, but the AI is still going to go. So we're taking cat 7 and Oshax 2. But since there is no cat 7, they'll just take the rightmost, and there's another Oshax gone. And their last card is cat 6 and rare 5. No rare, they'll just take the rightmost cat. And by the way, a quick note, the AI does not care at all about these symbols except for the first card flip, so you ignore the baskets and the boots on the other cards. Alright, next we go into the rare finds phase, where I could use my Oshax cards and or my treasure cards. The question is, do I want to yet? The Oshax I don't want to use yet because they're going to act as a wild and become an extra cat of the color I choose to help me build bigger families, but I don't know which cats I want a lot of yet because I haven't seen enough of the AI's information. So I can hang on to this for next round. And treasures, the same thing. The AI is going to score if I have cats not touching treasures, so I might want to have one right there, but I want to build some more cats out yet before I get to that. So I can hang on to these for later. And finally, to close this round out, and also this more detailed rules explanation, we'll kind of go through things more quickly from now on. All the cats remaining in the fields go away, removed from the game, and we're going to advance to round 4, do it all over again, and see if I can exceed the points my sister earns. So first, the biggest reveal of each round, are purple or orange going to hurt me a bunch? Okay, blue, great. So far I've not put down either of the worst colors. If I can avoid those for the rest of the game, that's beautiful. And decent luck for me. There's only 1 green and 1 blue in the offer, so I'm somewhat safe to get things. And an orange and a purple I can get to be friends with the cats I already have. But bad luck, still no rare treasures. And those get me points and also will help me avoid 2 of the AI's goals. So kind of a bummer I didn't draw any of those. Okay, now I get 20 more fish, and they go to join the 1 fish I had left over. And I'm going to go through that whole process of getting 7 discovery cards again. Draw 5, keep 3, draw 5, keep 3, draw 1 extra. Let's see, I have another Oshax, but 5 fish, that seems pretty expensive. I definitely don't want something that's just boots. Let me get rid of that. And then, let's see, gain 1 fish for each lesson in front of me. It costs 2 food, but it would already get me 3, so it's already paying for itself. So maybe I'll get rid of 1 of the partial baskets, keep the Oshax in case I can actually afford it. There we go. Ooh, workshop. Discard any 2 played lesson cards to gain a permanent basket. Oh, you know what? Silly me. I never actually picked which color my workshop would be. So I guess I'd better keep that just so I can fix that rules mistake. More treasures, definitely going to keep that. And then let's see, if I'm about to get another permanent basket every round, I guess I can probably make do with the partial basket that is cheaper here. And my 7th card is another full basket. Alright, so I'm definitely going to get both of these for 4 fish. Again, I can play this to gain some extra fish and then discard some of the lessons to gain the basket. I can pick the order because these are anytime purple cards. Definitely going to pay a 5th for more treasures. That's pretty key here. And then if I go for the Oshax, that will be 10. And I think just the 2 partial baskets for 2 instead of the full one for 3. So that'll be 12, leaving me with 9 fish overall. Alright, and I am, before I do anything else, I'm going to use this to gain 3 fish, and then use this to trash 2 of these. I'm just going to keep the treasure map 1 and gain a 2nd permanent basket. So assuming I can afford them, I can now get 3 cats this turn if I want to. Plus I should probably get my 2 Oshax before the AI takes too many more of them. So yeah, I'm going to play both of these. Let's see what the AI is rescuing. 2 boots and rescuing 3 baskets worth. And those 2 boots are a bummer because that ties what I had for my 2 cards, but when it's a tie, the turn order remains the same, so the AI will still be first. So they're going for Cat 2 and Rare Treasure 2. I don't care about the Rare Treasure. Oh, and actually, that worked out really well, because I don't want that green cat anyway. You can keep him. Yeah, instead, I'll use my first permanent basket to pay 3 for this purple guy. And he slots in quite nicely there. My purple cat is no longer alone, and I've got a nice space to put a treasure in, like right there, and make none of them give the AI points for my cats not touching treasures. Although, actually, I might want to do it like that. That messes up the treasure plan, but it'll make it easier for me to get this rat. Because, look, if I go like that, to get these guys, I'd have to, like, kind of perfectly thread that needle. But maybe I can do it. Let's stick with that for now and see how things go. Okay, her second basket. Switch cats 2 and 5, and then take cat 1. So switch is just like it sounds like. Oh, even more purple. And then cat 1 blue, the other color I didn't want. That's great. Oh, man, okay. And yes, I'm going to use my other permanent basket to grab this guy for 3. Because look how nicely this works. I can slot him right in there, take care of the rats, not cover up the map. And now that same treasure I was going to place will take care of all 4 of these guys. And I've got a 3-cat family. Now, hopefully purple won't be the next cat revealed being -3 each. Hopefully they'll be the -2 or the -1. We'll see. All right, sis, what you got? Cat number 4 and rare 1. I'll just grab it. It's a red one from over there. Let's see, I've got 6 fish left. Should I grab another purple? Well, the thing is, going from a family of 3 worth 8 points to a family of 4 worth 11 points will gain me 3 points. So even if purples are worth -3 points each, it wouldn't technically hurt me score-wise to get another one. I do want to get a friend orange cat, though, for this guy. But yeah, for now, I think I'll use my 2 partial baskets and 5 of my 6 fish to grab our friend here. And yeah, I mean, you can just take out all of those rats and slot right in there. And that's getting me towards this room, which does not have a map, so I do want to fill that entire room. And that's really the last one. There's only 2 rooms that don't have maps in the game. And then if I can just cover up rats and keep building my families, I might do pretty well. All right, now I've got these 2 Oshax cards. And I think at this point I can kind of say that purple is going to be my go-to. So let's go ahead and grab both of these guys now and try to build that family up. And here, this little combo seems to work pretty well. I took out both of those rats, did not cover the map, and I got another rat. Oh, no, I didn't actually, but I'm ready to get rats down here, so I'm still okay with that. And by the way, when you put down Oshax, you mark them with the color you are choosing. So these guys are purple. And there's really no hurry to use these ones to get treasures because the AI hasn't taken away any of them yet, so I think I'm okay just kind of holding off there. But I will be using those to try to fill in the gaps and put treasures between my cats, because remember, every single cat that doesn't have a treasure next to them will be worth 3 points to the AI. Alright, going into round 3. Alright, do me a favor, don't be purple. Yes! So that's great. At worst, purple will be worth -2 points each, which means my family will definitely be worth a lot of positive points for me. Alright, let's see what we got. Unfortunately, a ton of blues, but red is fine. That's the other color I haven't seen yet. So I've got 2 reds and a purple. I might want to go for an orange because I still want to get a family member for that other cat. And I did get 2 rare treasures, but you saw the AI tends to grab them pretty aggressively. They're worth 3 points each by themselves, and will additionally help me deal with those treasure goals that the AI has. I had 1 fish left over, so again I'm going up to 21 with the 20 new ones. And let's check out our discovery cards. Okay, yes, I'm always going to take treasure ones. 9 points if you have exactly 5 purple cats on your boat. Unfortunately, I already have like 7 or 8, so no. Let's see, these are all pretty expensive. I don't want a half basket for 2, so I'll take this whole one. I mean, I guess I'll just take those 3. I'm sure I won't buy all of them, though. 12 points if there are no empty spaces at the edge of your boat. The edge are all these spaces here, and we can see at a glance that 2 of my treasure maps that I've avoided are edge spaces, so no thank you. But this is one I love just to get you more possibilities. Draw 3 cards, I'll definitely keep that. And free baskets I'll never say no to. And I guess I'll go for the cheap other basket and throw away this whole one. And my bonus card is another half basket, geez. It's a pretty cheap offering. The only things I know I want are the draw 3 cards and the treasure one, that's 2. And of course I'll keep the free basket. And let's get another half basket to complete that, plus a whole basket, so that's only 5 fish. I'm going to have a bunch left, but that's good because I'm going to draw extra cards, remember, which I might need to pay for as well. And just a reminder, the AI is going to get 10 points if I have fewer than 9 treasures. And let's see, if I use this one to get 2 common treasures, I've got 6 ready to go right here. Yeah, and since I've got a surplus of fish right now, I've got 16, let's go ahead and draw the 3 cards now, see what I get. So this works the same as the regular phase. I have to pay for them or not. I'll definitely get the half basket for 0. 4 points per family of 4 or more cats on your boat. Well, I've got 1, so that's going to be 4 points. That might be the only one I get. So sure, I'll pay 2 fish for that and not pay for this. So not bad. Still 14 fish left, and I could potentially get 4 more cats this round, so I could spend all of that. But realistically, how many of these guys do I want? I could definitely go for both reds and another purple and that orange to fulfill my family. So that would be max 4, but I'm just going to get 3 baskets worth because I don't expect all those guys to hang out. So I'll keep all my partial baskets and just put up this 1 whole basket plus my 2 permanent ones. That means I've only got 1 boot. I'm sure my sister will be faster. Oh my gosh, yes, but she's just doing 1 basket. She's just taking cat 6 and 1, and then she's done. And man, she's just ever so accommodating. Those are both ones I did not want. Her favorite colors. Get out of here. So now I'm free to do whatever I want for my 3 cats. Let's get rid of the ones I know I'm not grabbing. I'll definitely pay 5 for this purple cat as one of the 3. Because at this point, my purple family is big enough that every extra cat is worth 5 points. And yeah, it fits in pretty nicely here. I can put a little single treasure right there and make none of those cats be negative for me. I'll spend another 5 fish, leave me with 4 to get... I think I want this orange one. Because remember, the AI is going to get 5 points if this orange cat is by himself. And let's see, could I put it right there? Would that work for any treasures? No. I can do it right there because I think the red cat's going to fit nicely with that. And speaking of, for my 3rd basket, I'm going to pay 3 fish with 1 left to get this guy. And then he can take out those rats for me, all 3 of them, without covering the map. Nice. Maybe I should grab a rare treasure while I can, because the AI might grab both of those for sure. I think, but do I want to get 6 treasures instead of the 1 rare treasure? I think I do. 2 common treasures will better help me avoid the AI's less than 9 treasure 10-point card here. So we're sliding into round 2 near the end of the game. And it'd be beautiful if this card were red. Okay, purples are going to be -2 each, cutting into my lead a little bit, and then reds are very safe, only -1 each. And let's see, we only got 1 red, but several purples and another one of these rare treasures, kind of protecting me from the AI getting them too quickly. And man, I have a lot of cards left over from last time. Let's kind of put these together for now. So I definitely won't need too many more baskets, because I'm going to run out of cats I want and room for them. Once again at 21 fish. Let's see, pick a color, gain 1 fish for each cat of the chosen color on your boat. Oh my gosh, gotta keep that because I have so many purple ones. Discard any 2 treasures to gain a basket. No sir, especially near the end of the game. Move up to 3 cats to different fields. 10 points if I have exactly 15 cats on my boat. How close am I to that? Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10. So I'd have to get exactly 5 cats. I mean, I only want 2 or 3 cats from this offer, so yeah, I think I can make that work. 10 points is a lot to gain. And that means I definitely don't need more baskets. So yeah, let's get the move cats to different fields thing, just in case I need it. Now, let's see, gain fish for rare treasure. No. Take any Oshaks. I don't know if I can fit him, but I might want that. Ooh, 3 points per Oshak on my boat? Okay, I'm definitely doing both of those then. That's a great little combo. And then draw 2 cards, or a public lesson. Remember, these are worth half points. Pick a color. All players get 5 points if they have 3 or more cats of the chosen color on their boat. And public lessons do round up, so if I just pick purple, that'll be worth 3 points automatically. So yes, I'll get rid of both of these. Although the drawing 2 cards might have been nice. And my final bonus card, 7 points if I have at least 5 fish. With me planning to only get 5 more cats, that shouldn't be too hard. All right, so let's see. I don't actually care about that card. I want that. I want the Oshaks one. I want getting the Oshaks. I want the fish one. I want that one. And I want that one for a ton more fish. So that's 7, 9, 11, 12, 14, wow. But then I can immediately play this and get 1 for every purple cat, which with the Oshaks will give me 7 more fish, nice. And of course for the public lesson, I'm picking purple as my jam. And oh my gosh, I just gotta fit everything at this point. So the Oshaks will be one of my 5 new cats, so if I get 2 this round and 2 next round, I am golden. Which means I don't really need any of these. But I don't know, let me go ahead and put up a basket to get a 3rd cat in case I want to for some reason. And I have 1 boot. Oh, and she has 0, so I'll actually go first. And she's only taking 1 set, cat 5 and 4. Oh, what a jerk. Of course, the two purples I want are 5 and 4, so even if I take one of them, she'll take the other one. Yeah, there's no way for me to take one and kind of prevent that. Yeah, I think of these two, I'd rather have this one, so I'll spend 3 fish there. And stretch off towards Ratville here. Although I don't know if I'll actually get that rat, because the map is in the way. And then she's taking the new 5 and 4. Goodbye. And I could take 2 more cats, but now I don't know if I care. But actually, I think it's probably worth it to get this red cat to put him on a map. I know it's going to hurt me, but I kind of want the treasures more, right? Because look, I can put him here. That way that guy won't be alone. I don't want that. I will cover up the map, but then I'll be right next to those rats, and I get to put a treasure immediately. I'll do the one I was planning a while back. That's going to take care of a ton of those cats over there. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to use my last basket, so get out of here. And I am going to use my Oshaks to grab one of the last 2. And I think I'll put him right here. Again, it will cover up a purple map, but it will get me a treasure, and that seems maybe more important. But let's see, I could still try to fill this room, so I could get a small treasure like that one. I'll need it anyway. Although actually, some of my cards make it cheaper to get small treasures. Let me go for the big one like that. So I've got 2 treasures, and my cards will give me 6 more, so I just need to get 1 more. Worst case, I guess I could cover up a map, although that seems like a desperate gamble. But hey, here we go into round 1, last round of the game. And we flip it, but no big surprise. Oh my gosh, it's red! And looking at our final cat, we've got 3 reds and a purple. And I'm thinking I actually want to go for 2 of the 3 reds for my final 2 cats. That will get me another family of 4 for an extra bonus from that lesson. But first I'm getting 20 fish with the 6 I already have. Man, I have a lot, but I do have to make sure I end with at least 5. So looking at my cards, so you pick a color. All players get 1 point per cat chosen. That's great. I could pick purple. Again, it's only half points because it's a public lesson, but still worth a bunch. When you next rescue a cat, you can rescue 2 instead. No thanks. 2 more treasures, yes. 7 points if you have 3 permanent baskets. I can't count on getting another one. Ooh, 4 boots, so that'll help me make sure I go before the AI to get one of those reds. So I'll keep these 3. 9 points for exactly 5 treasures. I'll have way more than that. More treasure, yes. 10 points for having 5 visible rats. That's terrible. Draw 2 cards, yes, and even more treasures? Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to fit all of these. And finally, a basket I don't want. But, hey, I can use the boots at least. So let's see, I definitely want all the treasures. I want the boots. I want the point ones. So it's 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. That's free. That'd be 9. And I have 26. That would still leave me with 17 more. I only got to get 2 cats. So sure, that seems fine to just keep all of them. Now let's go and draw my 2 bonus cards right off the bat. 7 points if you have 1 or more of each color cat touching the edge of your boat. No. Gain 2 fish for each Oshaks on your boat. Oh my gosh. I mean, okay. Clearly I have more than enough fish for anything I need to do, so sure, no worries. Alright, so I will play both of these. I don't need the extra basket, but that is 5 boots to get to those red cats first. And then I just got like a billion treasure cards, and I'll pick purple for my bonus color. So I've got 5 boots, and my sister has 3. And yeah, they're going to take a regular treasure, and then they'll do 2 baskets worth. Their first one will be Cat 2, which is going to grab 1 of the reds, but I can pick which one they get and make sure I get the 2 that I can fit most easily. So I definitely want this one first. That'll cost me 3 fish. Not that fish matter at this point for me. And he'll slide in nicely there. Now I can use 2 treasures to fill those out if I want to, and I'll have that room filled. The AI is going to take this one and 1 of those treasures, just cutting down how many I can use with my cards. And then for my second one, I'll spend 3 more fish, get this cat, and I'll be done. And there's no way I'm going to fill all these rooms, but I guess I can at least get to that rat right there. Then the AI is going to, take away a single treasure. But the Cat 6 part doesn't matter. So now we get to the very complicated final phase of the game, where Mike tries to place as many friggin' treasures as he can to be next to his cats and fill some rooms. So let's see, I've already got 2 treasures. I need 7 more at least. Which means with these I can get 6 regular treasures, and I can get 3 rare treasures if I can fit them all, and that'll give me the maximum points possible. So let's try to fit my rare treasures first, maybe fill some rooms. So this one will go pretty well there and be next to 3 cats. This one will fit nicely there, and that means I only have to do those 3 spots for that room. And then sure, this one should cover a bunch of cats, just in case I don't get them some other way. And now I can place 6 more treasures, and if I pay 1 fish for each of these, they can be any of the common treasures instead of just the small ones. So I'll just say I did that because, again, I had way too many fish. So I can place 6 treasures as I please. So let's first see how many I need to fill some rooms. That would be 1, It'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then I'm leaving a lot of cats not touched by treasures, right? Well, actually, is it a lot? Actually, I guess it's just these 2 Oshaks. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. So there we go. That is it. So now we get to the fun of scoring all of this. We'll do the AI first because I do not think it's going to be pretty for them. Number of cats. So greens are worth 5, but I didn't have any. Blues are worth 4, but I didn't have any of those. But orange I had 2 of, that's 6 points. Purple I had 9 of, so that's 18, 24 total. And then 4 reds, so that's 28. Then 5 points per lonely cat. Nobody's lonely. Everyone has a friend. Yay. 5 points per visible rat. Get out of here. I ate them all. 10 points if you have less than 9 treasures. No way. And finally, 3 points per cat not touching any treasure, which I believe is only these 2 Oshaks, right? Yeah, they are definitely. Yep, so just 6 points there. Man, this is a tiny score for the AI. This is going to be a rout, I think. 34 points total for them. Now for me, my only families that score need to be 3+, so red will be 11 points. And purple is 9, so that's 35 points. Beautiful. I get 3 points per rare treasure. That's 9. My lessons, good lord. Okay, 5 points per treasure map not covered. I have 3 not covered, so that's 15. 4 per family of 4 or more. That'll be 8 for my purple and red family. 7 points for at least 5 fish. Of course I did. 3 points per Oshaks. That's 1, 2, 3, 9. 10 points for exactly 15 cats. Yes. So that is 49 for my basic lessons. That's already more than the AI score. For my public lessons, which are halved rounded up, 5 points for 3 or more cats of purple, the color I chose, so that'll be 3 points. And then 1 point per purple cat. I had 9, so that'll be 5 rounded up, so that's 8 points for those. Next, -1 per rat, but I got them all. And then where I will lose a lot of points, -5 per room uncovered. So that's 1 for the moons, 2 for the central ones, so that's 10, and then 3 for the wheat. So that's actually -15, not too bad. So final score, even with the -15, is 97. Ouch, maybe I should have gone for a couple more advanced cards for the AI. But there you go, that was the solo play of Isle of Cats. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks again to our Patreon supporters for suggesting this one for a playthrough. Good gaming, everybody, and I'll see you at the next stop.